Hi, and welcome to another month of resources from the National Youth and Young Adults team. Every month we're providing resources for the spiritual formation of young people. We have 2 short sermon videos, or the speaker briefs for those sermons if you want to deliver them yourselves. We'll also provide 4 Life Labs, which are formational small groups. They each come with leaders and participant material. You can find it all and much more on our website. This month's material asks the question, how do I know I'm okay? While forming an identity is an exciting opportunity, for many young people this process can feel vulnerable. What if people don't like me? What if there's something wrong with me? Most young people will ask these questions at some stage. Experiences like marginalisation or trauma can leave young people worried that they're broken. This topic will help young people grapple with these questions. We'll explore these questions in light of the good news that God accepts us for who we are. He affirms us and nothing will change that, and this helps us to navigate our changing lives. In the first speaker brief and sermon, we look at what we do if people say there's something wrong with us. Peer acceptance can be so important for young people, but risky too. As we see in the story of the lost sheep, the good news is that Jesus sees our worth and wants to include us in a loving community. God loves us and sees the value in us. The second sermon and speaker brief explores what we can do when we feel like we're a mess. We can all be a mess sometimes, and it's not always easy knowing who we are or how to figure that out. But as we see in the story of the man in the graveyard, the good news is that God's love brings us peace, and bringing Jesus into that mess of our lives can help restore our sense of self. The 4 Life Labs for this month pose the question, how do I know I'm okay? And explores our experiences of esteem. We look at the good news that God values and celebrates us through the parables of the lost things in Luke 15. In the first Life Lab, we'll help young people explore what they do when people don't like them. We'll look at how we know what voices to listen to in our lives and what it means to connect to a community that loves us, just like the lost sheep. The second Life Lab helps young people explore what success and failure means for their sense of worth. We'll look at what the labels success and failure actually mean and reflect on how God's love for us is unconditional. The third Life Lab will help young people explore the things that make them different in a positive light. We'll reflect and celebrate our uniqueness, understanding the great worth that Jesus has for each of us. In the fourth and final Life Lab, we'll help young people with strategies to help their friends when they're struggling. We'll look at how we empathise and connect with our friends as they struggle and revisit the story of the lost sheep, imagining what it could be like for us to be the good shepherd. We hope you find these resources helpful. As always, if you have any questions or feedback, reach out to a member of the National Youth team.